So, Israel, I've been trying to help you for quite a while now, and I just figured it's probably time to do a little update on what's been going on. When we first started working together, when I first started helping you, I told you the plan was to get you out of the hood, out of the neighborhood, away from the gangs, change your phone number, relocate, kind of cut all ties to that world, and build a new life for you and your kids. And for a while, it was going great. It was going very smoothly. You and I were communicating really well. I was giving you, I got you a car, I got you a monthly apartment, and I was giving you $300-400 a day for you and your kids. And then, right around the time of the second video, some things changed. I noticed the communication changed. Like, instead of having conversations or whatever kind of communication we had, which was great, it became just money requests. Just short little, like, I need $700, I need $800, I need $1,000. It even grew to, like, there was a couple of days where I think I gave you $1,000, then you asked for a second $1,000 in the same day, $2,000. You were up in the mountains with you went to the mountains with your boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there were days where you needed $2,000, and I questioned you on that because it seemed like a hell of a lot of money to be giving, a mom and two kids. But I was out of town, you were out of town. The cabins can get expensive, I guess, or the ski lifts or whatever. And I just said, let me just ride this out and see how it goes. And then I came back from my trip, and I'm driving to the gym in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. It's dark, and I happen to drive past your apartment on my way to the gym, and I look at your place, and the lights are on. But you're out of town. And I'm like, that's weird. You left the lights on. No big deal. And then the next day I drive past, and the lights are off, and the blinds are open. And I'm like, something's going on. So I was just confused. And with those large money requests, which were happening on a daily basis, it got to look very suspicious. So I asked you to get together and meet rather than just texting. And when you did come over, I was waiting for you at your apartment. You were a few hours late. And I had to use the bathroom at some point. And I went to I couldn't find anywhere to go to the bathroom, so I just figured I'm paying for that apartment. I should just use her bathroom. So I go to the manager and ask for a second key to your apartment. And the manager goes, oh, we already gave out the second key. And I'm like, who would you give the second key out to? You're not going to give it to your young kids. And I go, that's strange that the second key is missing. He's like, oh, there's a black guy that comes in and out of that apartment all the time. And I'm like, there is. And my suspicions kind of like start, all the pieces start to fit. So I took the key. They gave me the master key, and I go up there and I open up the door, and I expect a lot of kids stuff and toys. And when you have kids, there's all kinds of toys and shoes and clothes and stuff like that. And instead, there's lots of other stuff. There were adult sex toys and outfits and a lot of other stuff like that, but no signs of any kids in that apartment. And there was definitely a dude around. And so tell me what things turned into, because it wasn't. I'd love to hear your side of the story, because it isn't what I had planned.
Yeah, no.
So it's just to preface this, you have a very serious gang background, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Blood Gang in South Central, which I think is the.
No, the Blood Gang is the ex that originally had the kids, but my ties are with the Crips.
Oh, you're Crips?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where he's from, and.
So the money I was giving you, the thousands and up, that was going to him?
Yeah, majority of it.
Yeah. And this happens a lot, just so for people that are unaware of this. I've done this with a lot of girls in your situation, and it very often will go into this kind of scenario where a dude will walk in and come in, and they're either trying to extort money from me, they're trying to rob me. They're trying to figure out some way to get the money from you, from me, from whoever. And they become very greedy very quickly. So that was happening here.
Yeah.
And this is a guy that you are romantically involved with as well, right?
Yeah.
You so tell me how you stand on all of this. It's
I don't know. It's kind of like I don't know. It's like a lot to take in. Like I feel like you know, he's not a bad person, but not a good person, I guess you could say, to be around.
and this whole gang life has been part of your life since you were 13 or so, right?
Yeah.
So when you finally did show up that day, that afternoon, at your apartment, I kind of called you out on all this stuff, and you basically just denied it and said, no, there's been no guy around here for a long time. And I'm like, so I think this is not your behavior that we're seeing. I think you're being controlled, probably. Is that what you, I hate to put words in your mouth, but I don't think you're going to even say it, because you're afraid of repercussions from saying anything, right? Because he'll see this video and all that, so I don't want to get you in trouble. But typically that's how it goes down with these gang member type dudes that are hustling girls. Because they're gang member pimps, and that's what this is probably looking more like. It's a very different thing and very dangerous. And for me, I'm too busy and too involved in all these other things to even get involved in any of this gang stuff. And I just don't have time for this kind of shenanigans and all the kind of BS. So I've told you that I'm out. I can't, you know, these viewers of mine are donating money to a GoFundMe, and a lot of that money goes to you. But it looks like that money is now starting to go to somebody else, and I got to protect that. So that's why I told you I'm done with my help, which is a shame, because you have so much potential and so many people believe in you and want to help you. But you're under the control of somebody who's very dangerous, and your behavior, it seems more loyal to him than to me. You know, I'm just trying to help you and your kids out, but in doing that, I end up helping him out, which is not my intention. So, is there anything that you'd like to say about any of this?
I mean, not really.
I mean, I don't know if it's time for law enforcement to come in and do something. I can't do this as one guy with a camera. I'm just a dude that found this little story that's interesting, but I can't start fighting the Crips by myself with a camera.
Yeah.
I can only do so much, and I got to protect my own safety and stuff like that. I feel for you, and I'd love to help you, but I tried to relocate you. I wanted you to change your number, and that never happened. And I thought I had a good plan in place, but next thing I know, the dude's living in your apartment with you. So I don't know where I can go from here. I don't know what I can do. I can't help much further while there's people like this involved in the situation. So what's his His name is your dude's name?
Fly.
Fly. And he's outside?
Yeah.
You want to see if I can get him to come in?
Yeah, well, he parked around the corner because it was like no parking.
Let me see if I can get him to come in. All right, so this is Fly, and you are, how would you describe yourself? You are Azariah's boyfriend?
Yes.
Are you her money manager as well?
Yes.
Would you call it a pimp?
I wouldn't use that per se, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have known each other for a while?
Yeah.
And you're a Crip?
Yes, I am.
You're a Crip. You grew up in South Central?
Yes.
So, I was trying to help out Azariah with, getting a stable situation for her and her kids, and help her with the drug addiction and education and job and all, supporting herself.
Right.
And the money that I was giving her started increasing and increasing and increasing. I was giving out thousands a day at some point. I think that was probably going to you at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's because you're her money manager.
Right.
Does that money, where's that money go? Because she's still asking me for like $25 for gas and stuff like that, so she's not getting it.
It go towards me, the kids, and sometimes her. Depends on what it is.
Mm-hmm. And you've been doing this kind of work for how long?
Since I was 18,
How old are you now?
30.
30. You've done prison time?
Yes, I have.
What kind of stuff for?
Just minor possessions. It's nothing too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry you guys just had a miscarriage recently. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Where do you, are you trying to help Azariah in any way?
Yeah, she helped me. I'm trying to help her get out this life. Once you in it, you in it. It's hard to shake it, but I'm trying.
Yeah, it's hard getting out of the hood. You guys, both of you grew up, a lot of people I interviewed grew up in a household that was just, everyone was hustler. Everyone's just trying to survive, right?
Yeah, my whole family gang members.
Your whole family's gang members. Yeah. No, and once you come from that environment, you can't just go to Chipotle and get a job and survive. You're going to have to figure out some hustle. That's all you've ever known, right? The role models you had were probably,
Drug dealers and pimps.
yeah. So I can't really blame you for anything. Yeah, I could point the finger at Azariah for, lying to me, but then it goes to you, but then it's not even you, it's your family or parents or role models or grandparents or I don't even know. It gets very confusing because you can blame poverty, or you can blame lack of education, lack of opportunities that you guys had. You could blame the rich for not sharing their wealth, and it gets very messy.
It really do.
Very complicated. But I wish you guys the best of luck, and I hope you guys figure out a way to get a better life for her and her kids and for yourself, and hope you guys have a great year.
Me too.
All right, man. Thanks, Azariah.